Horehound flavored snacks are generations old, but can be found on some store shelves today in the candy aisle. It used to be that they were a sort of folk medicine, said to cure coughs and other ailments. Today, our three hosts bring a whole host of ailments to the table to see if Horehound can get the job done, or if these old fashioned hard candies are just snake oil. Either way, we know just what will cure your case of boredom. It's a brand new episode of You Tried It! You Tried Dat! I'm Nick Novak with my pal Shane Hancock.
Or howdy.
Nick Geiger.
Nope, not doing it. Hey, got nothing.
Guys, I've been curious. We haven't talked about this like personally with each other, but
yeah,
where are you at? Like, what is your current level of Dogecoin? How much do you have?
Well, yes, as of yesterday, hold on, let me check my crypto.com thing. Zero. Still zero. Been zero forever.
I have one Doge nickel. Is that a thing? I don't know. I know so little about this
You
stuff.
have one Doge Quark.
Doge Quark. I spent it on the dark web.
That's what I was gonna say. This wouldn't be surprised because I barely pay attention to my own finances, but I have no idea how cryptocurrency works. I know nothing about it. But it's in the news constantly. I feel like, should I understand this better? Do you guys have any idea how that stuff works?
Okay. So I understand it at a high level simply because I'm a computer programmer and, I have coworkers that talk about it all the fucking time. I get it and I sort of understand the point of it, but I think it's really, really dumb. And I have no interest in it personally. Props to people that like it or whatever, but that's not really how I want to spend my time. But I do remember I went to the San Francisco Auto Show with my brother, I don't know, maybe 5, 6 years ago or something, when Bitcoin was kind of first taking off.
You're checking out the Doge Ram. It's that crypto car that you don't actually own.
That was really good. So we went to the food court to get some lunch, and there was a guy that made crepes, right? And so I'm like, oh, I want a custom crepe or whatever. So we go up there and we order some crepes, and he's he's putting I got a sweet crepe, so it had chocolate sauce on the top or whatever, and so he's putting as he's making them for people, I see he's putting symbols on there, and the person in front of us, he's like, oh, this crepe, he's like, I saved you a lot of money, and so he put a dollar sign, with the chocolate sauce when he gave him the crepe. And then he saw me, and I don't know if he thought I just looked like a tech asshole or whatever, but he he made the Bitcoin symbol with the chocolate sauce, and then he's like, oh, I bet you love this crepe, huh? And I actually at the time didn't know what the symbol was. I was like, yeah, I'm sure it's gonna taste great. And he's like, no, Bitcoin. Don't you kids love Bitcoin? And I'm like, how old do you think I am? You're calling me a kid.
That crepe maker is a billionaire now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He got in on the ground level of the Doge.
Hey, guys, you know what that is, right? Cryptocurrency.
Wow.
You are on fire today.
I'm loaded for bear today.
He's heating up.
I'm just confused because I work at a software company. I know jack shit about it. I'm not a computer guy, but I thought it was all virtual.
You work at a crypto company too, which is really odd.
Yeah, I work at the crypto bank. You'd think as a crypto teller.
Your nickname's Crypto Keeper, and I'm like, well, you know nothing about it.
It has nothing to do with cryptocurrency though. It's just because it looks like the Crypt Keeper.
That's your Crypt Keeper impersonation.
I've never watched. He's a skeleton, right?
Yeah,
he
sounded half Italian,
puns, right?
Hey, I get the Bitcoin out of here. But like I read somewhere that Elon Musk, this is going to date the episode, but that's fine. Elon Musk tweeted something about the environmental damage that Bitcoin does, and so the price went down because they're mining Ethereum or something for it. And I'm like, but I thought it was virtual. So what are they? I'm realize I'm sounding
Yeah,
stupid.
okay.
But...
So we'll keep this short, but mining doesn't mean like digging actual stuff from the ground. Mining is
Right.
like the term where it like computer programs run.
Like data mining.
Yeah, it's just computer programs run. So it's like using a lot of electricity and stuff.
Oh, I'm like, how does that hurt the environment? Okay, I guess I got to
from all
look
the
the stuff up
electricity,
instead of asking you guys during our podcast.
Yeah.
I can't wait to the podcast. I got to find out about Dogecoin.
It's gonna be fascinating for our listeners, like 3 idiots that know nothing about Bitcoin being like, well, I think it's like you're not actually in a coal mine or anything, right? And like the people
don't.
We have one listener who's like super into crypto. It's like, these fucking idiots, unsubscribe.
Now, so there are people who collect Bitcoin, but we do not.
Mhm.
As a kid, I did collect baseball cards, like many kids do, and over the years, I like slowly have gotten rid of some, but I still have boxes of baseball cards sitting around. My dad will text me pretty regularly, like once every couple of years, when he reads an article that baseball cards are valuable again. Like, oh, there's going to be a
Right.
comeback of baseball cards, and he really thinks I'm like sitting on a gold mine because he's always saying, "Just read this article. Baseball cards are making a comeback. You should dig those out. I think you got something good there." I'm like, what? I don't know what he thinks is going to happen with my baseball card collection.
You still have all your baseball cards or no?
I have many baseball cards, and some of them, maybe some are worth a little bit of money, right?
Right.
Like
right.
I can get a few
$5.
$100 like for the whole thing. I can get
Right.
either a few hundred American dollars or like a couple million Dogecoin, like one of those choices. But it's not worth it. Like nothing that I collect really is. What did you guys collect when you were younger?
I did have baseball cards too. And I had a couple, like I had a Ryan Sandberg rookie card that was worth like $30 when I bought it or something, but I got rid of all of them in like one bulk eBay sale. I don't know, maybe like 10 years ago. I just took a picture of all of them and I was just like unloading them all. And I think I probably got like 45, $50 for them tops, maybe.
I collected a lot of sports cards, and same thing. I was like very briefly thinking I was going to make $1 million off it. Like, oh, everything's got to be mint and all that stupid stuff. And then my dad would look at it and go like, that guy doesn't even play. Why do you think anyone's going to give you money for his card? Like, he'd just be real blunt about it. I got into comic books briefly, so I was like trying to buy these comics and keeping them in sleeves. And he's like, who's going to pay you a lot of money for, Ninja Turtle comic book or something? I had 2 other weird collections. Not weird, but like I collected elephant figurines. I loved elephants as a kid. I still like them fine.
Elephant figure. How have I not known this about you?
Yeah. I don't have them. I have them somewhere. I don't put them out. It's not like I have a big thing in my room of elephant statues or something, but little tiny
How many elephants
like,
we talking here?
I had probably a good 20, 25 elephants. It was like metal ones, bronze ones, one made out of seashells. There was one like made out of like carved out of quartz. It was pretty cool. I was like a real player.
Pretty cool.
And then I collected, my mom insisted that I collect pennies. So she decided we were going to start collecting coins. And she bought us all these penny books.
I had
all
those
these
penny books
from each year.
Yeah.
And so I dreaded Christmas and birthday then because you'd get like one gift and it was in the back and she'd pass it over to you and it was super heavy. And you're like, it's a fucking jar of pennies. So like then we'd have to unwrap it. And we'd open it up, and the rest of my birthday, we're just sifting through these dirty ass pennies, like, oh, 1974 D, who needs one? And just banging my head into the fucking wall.
Right.
That I'm not. I don't even know where those are now. So,
I'll bet. Did you keep all your elephant figurines stored in a trunk?
Hey,
nice.
Wow,
nice.
This is a very
You got to get on the board, Novak.
Right.
You could probably sell them and get some. Do you think they're worth peanuts now, or? I phrased that wrong.
No.
Should have stopped while I was ahead.
I love when they just there's literally not a breath between you finishing the joke and
being immediately ashamed,
exclaiming it was poorly done.
I knew it was bad. Should have stopped.
All right. We've got a lengthy-ish segment later on, so let's get to eating these snacks. We gonna eat 3 snacks and rate them on a 5-point scale. Love dat, like dat, indifferent to dat, dislike dat, and hate dat. Let's start with the banana chips.
With the banana chips. So these nice banana chips smell like something.
Not nice.
They chew like something too.
Yeah, they taste a little stale, huh?
I don't know what they're supposed to
Simple,
taste like.
honest, nice, and a big exclamation point. Delicious banana chips. Where are these from?
Where the fuck did I get these from?
Is this like a store brand or is this?
No, I got them. I got them at like Walgreens. I just grabbed them off the shelf.
I like that the package says enlarged to show detail. What fucking detail do you need to show us about this banana chip? Seeds?
Yeah, just all the veins in the banana.
They're a little thicker than maybe I thought they'd be.
They are chewy.
It's not a very pleasant like chip like break when you bite into it. Oh boy!
Wow.
I like bananas.
I love bananas, but this is a different ball game. Gagger, what do you think?
Are these sweeter than normal bananas or no? It feels like there's something on them, like there's a sugary coating or something. Not a lot, but it's kind of tough for me to rate. I mean, on the one hand, it's just a banana, right? Like, and I like bananas, but
it's not just a banana, right? It's also coconut oil, sugar, and banana flavor.
Oh. They added banana flavor because there wasn't enough banana flavor in
it was
bananas.
Like super weak sauce bananas. They're like, we need more flavor. These bananas suck
Tastes
shit.
Too much like tomato. That's what the executive said. Yo, guys, these are going to suck shit. Make them taste more like banana. Like big dumb meathead running the nice banana company. The consistency is bad and off-putting. It's real, like, it's hard and at the same time it like gets like squishes into your teeth. It's weird. It's a weird sensation. I don't know how to explain it, but it's not good.
Right.
It's too sugary for like it's just a banana. Make it taste like banana. I don't need the sugar on it. If it had just straight up tasted like banana, I think these would have been fine. But as is, I'm going to give it a slight dislike. I don't think they're terrible, but I'm not a big fan.
All right, dislike to start, Chad.
I'm right there with you with the dislike, Dad. It's such a weird mixture, right? Because the consistency is like not as hard as it should be, but also like not soft like a banana. You know, it's this weird in between. The flavor is also weird in between. Like it sort of tastes like banana, but then it also sort of doesn't. I don't know if that's the coconut oil or something else that they're doing. But the flavor is bad, and the aftertaste is even worse. Pretty much nothing about this thing is working for me. And I've had like, if you have like freeze-dried bananas or something like that, like freeze-dried banana slices, those can be really, really good. And that's what this needs to be a lot more like. I don't know what they're doing with these fucking things. So this is actually pretty strong dislike that from me.
Yeah, Chad's right on. The freeze-dried bananas are good. Now that you mention it, I've had them and they're much better than this. They taste like bananas. This doesn't taste like a banana.
No.
I don't get how that's even possible.
They even added more banana flavoring.
I'm telling you, these bananas suck shit that they're using. That's
not enough.
Pretty clear.
This is... They suck so much shit. Like, I'm motivated to... I'm motivated partially to dig up my cards, sell the whole collection, start a banana chip company, and make a better banana chip than this. I don't think it would be hard to do.
Nicer banana.
I'm not going to go to hate because it's not like spitting it out. It's just really disappointing. So, an unwelcome visitor. 3 dislikes. Rough start.
You're going to be up there planning your banana company as CEO, and you're just going to be like, all right, these bananas need to suck just a little less shit.
All right, let's do the M&Ms because I want to eat them through the episode here. So this was an original from the beginning of the year episode where we made predictions about candy. This is one of them. This is an M&M's peanut mix with dark chocolate peanut, milk chocolate peanut, and white chocolate peanut all together. So Chad, you have our ratings from that?
I do, yeah. So we actually talked about both. They have the classic mix, which is milk chocolate peanut and peanut butter, and then the peanut mix, which is this one. We gave predictions for both. But I didn't make great notes about. So for Geiger, I just wrote indifferent, and then for both me and you, Novak, I wrote like/dislike. So I think that means we thought we would dislike this one and like the other one that we're not trying.
That covers it. Well, I guess I don't know how I'm supposed to rate it because it's not like it's a new M&M. It's combinations of 3 M&Ms we already have tried.
But you don't know which one is which, right? So
who cares?
Yeah, that's the thing. They all look the same on the outside. You don't know what you're eating, which I am finding that when I don't know, they all taste a little better. Like when we just ate a bag of white chocolate peanut M&Ms, I think I had a maybe worse opinion than I do with this mix.
The only one that stands out to me when you're eating them all together is the dark one. You can definitely tell it's dark, but I don't know if I've even eaten. Couldn't tell you the rest.
I'm not sure I've even had a white yet.
I was about to say the opposite. The only one I think I've been able to tell is the white one.
Oh,
because it's like way sweeter.
All right, Chad, you got to lead us off this time. What do you think?
I think you're right. Like when you eat them all together, like when I tried biting a few in half and looking to see what they were, and then I tried just eating some random, like without shoving them into my mouth, and like even when I got that white chocolate one, I could tell it was the white chocolate one because it was very sweet, but it didn't seem so bad when I'm eating it with those other ones. And that's very surprising to me. I still don't love the whole concept of like, we've had some candies and stuff in the past where it's like, you don't actually know what flavor you're getting until it's too late kind of thing, and that always pisses me off. And that applies here too, but it's pretty good. It's, I guess Geiger's right. It's peanut M&Ms. Like,
I mean,
you like peanut M&Ms, you're probably going to like these. It is nice to have that like sort of little variety, I guess, but the white chocolate are the worst one, and I'd probably never buy these again because if these are on the shelf, I would just get like, if I wanted peanut M&Ms, I'd just get the regular peanut M&Ms.
Right.
So I'm trying to decide. I'm not going to give them a dislike that like I maybe predicted, but do I want to give them a like that? I think I'm gonna slide them into a low level like that because they include peanut M&Ms, which are very good. And I think it would be disingenuous of me to give them an indifferent.
I've been moving through them pretty quick. The more I eat, I do think I can pick out the white chocolate when I eat it. Like Chad said, it's sort of, for me, the easiest one to pick out. And it's not great. Like when I eat the white chocolate, I want to eat a different one right after it to counter that out. But it does take away, it's better in this mix than eating a bag of white chocolate M&Ms. I would never get this, and I love a straight bag of peanut M&Ms would be a love. These are still good. I'm still probably going to spend most of this episode eating through this giant bag. I am still going to give it a like dat. So 2 likes. Geiger, do we have a welcome visitor?
No, Beck, it's a sharing size. You're supposed to share it with like your family or some shit.
They used to call these king size. I used to be a king. Now I'm just a gluttonous slob.
now you're selfish.
I'm eating 2 people's amount of food when before I was the ruler.
I like 2 of the 3 M&Ms, but I don't like all of them. You know what I mean? Like you guys said, the white M&Ms are bad.
Yeah.
And I'm much less in the bag for peanut M&Ms as you guys. I think I've said that before.
Yep.
They're still good. The white, the milk chocolate, and the dark chocolate are still very good.
It's one of like 6 foods you're not allergic to. Make you shit.
That's true too. It helps.
Oh, by the way, half of these are apple peanut M&Ms. So watch out.
It's almond peanut, apple peanut,
and the other half are dairy
milk.
M&M, right?
Yeah. By milk chocolate, they just meant a bowl of milk. You have to lap it up with chocolate floating in it. Why would I buy this bag though? Like, why would I buy a bag of one of where a third of them are going to be bad? Like, and I guess that's what I'm confused about.
Like to live dangerously.
Sure. And I guess their thought is like someone loves the variety because they like all three, and then maybe that works for that person. So I don't want to be. I like two of the three M&Ms very much, so it's hard for me to give it anything less than a like that. So begrudgingly, I will do it. But it is one of those things where I'm like, just why? Like this is one of these things that is a gimmick that makes no sense to me.
Such a gimmick. It'll be gone in a year for sure.
It's a gimmick and it makes no sense. Like, just if you like those things, just buy the thing. They're not doing anything innovative. They're just like, oh, put 2 of the M&Ms in one bag. Like, it's not like a genius move on their part. But here I am eating them, so whatever. Like that.
Yeah, one of these M&Ms sucks shit. Stuff it in the bag. Stuff it in the bag.
No, make one of them taste like banana. We got all this banana flavoring laying around.
It's still a welcome visitor, and I mean, I'm gonna bury the lead here because I think I'll fucking eat my hat if Horehound Hard Candies beats these M&Ms.
I want to watch you eat that, Chad. You and I can control this a little bit now. We're gonna watch him eat his hat.
Oh, I love that. I don't even need to try him. I know I love him.
All right, Crypto Keeper, you got the segment.
Well, hello, podcast listeners.
Did you ever watch Tales? You never watched Tales from the Crypt, Geiger?
Nope.
Did you watch?
I just know it's a skeleton.
Why are you doing that impersonation then?
I mean, that was like an amazing impersonation.
Was I right on?
Sure.
It was.
I
was more shocked that you hadn't seen it because the impersonation was so good.
Wait, if I closed my eyes, I thought I was talking to the Crypt.
Yeah, I thought Geiger had left and a skeleton puppet had taken your place.
Didn't he make like dumb puns or something?
Yeah. Hey. I used to love that show because he would do dumb puns, and then it would be like, it's like a bad horror show or whatever.
Right.
And I remember when I saw the Tales from the Crypt movies. There was like 2 movies, right? And it didn't have the Crypt Keeper in them. And I remember being like so pissed. Like, why would you make a Tales from the Crypt movie and not have the Crypt Keeper? This is the main draw.
And it was okay for you to like yell your anger at the screen. She was the only person in the theater.
That's right. Yeah.
You felt really dumb having dressed up like Crypt Keeper and gone and like acted out like Rocky Horror.
Yeah, right. Show. I walk in, I got my dick in my hand the whole time, and Crypt Keeper never shows up. Like, what the hell?
The worst triple X.
Crypt Keeper's problem is like every now and then an episode would just be him trying to explain cryptocurrency for like 10 straight minutes.
Sometimes well, you've got the Doge, and here's what the lyric for that looks like on a crepe.
Now, it's not actual mining. That's a common misconception.
He murdered that guy with a chain, but let me tell you about blockchain.
After he's dead, he had quite a Musk. Elon Musk. Anyways.
That's how he's describing cryptocurrency.
Elon Musk. Semi-related. All of these ghosts are ethereal, but that's not Ethereum. That's what you want to buy, a Dogecoin. I don't know anything about it. I just told you that. All right. Let's get this segment back on the old rails, shall we?
Right.
So,
let's do it.
I don't know about you guys. People are clamoring for the end of this football mascot tournament. People are coming up to me, calling me up. Hey, what's going on with the Geiger? At the grocery store. Hey, Geiger. Those are great shoes, by the way. But I also want to know what happened at that football tournament. I'm like, thanks, man. I appreciate that.
We got so many emails in the inbox from people like, how could you leave us hanging with the half? Actually, I think that episode hasn't come out yet, but let's pretend.
Well, we're going to leave you hanging for another week. That's not okay. So real briefly, This is we are going to go through. This is a football mascot tournament. So again, this is not which football team's better than the other. It's which of the team mascots is better than the other mascot, which would win in an actual fight. We did the NFC last time. We're gonna do the AFC and the finals today. Just to recall, I took out two teams, the Giants and the Titans, because as we established, we have no idea how big, strong, and or possibly the Titans shot lasers on its dick. We talked about that. So dick lasers,
it's an unfair advantage. Yeah.
Right. I mean, if he pisses, your head's gone. Okay. So we'll start in the north.
Wait, he inadvertently shoots at lasers when he goes to the bathroom?
Anything that comes out of his dick is a laser plus like piss or jizz or whatever.
All right.
Cool.
Yeah. Other follow-up questions. We good?
All right.
Okay. All right. I'm making sure. Want to make sure we
clarified. I need to get it clarified about.
You asked about Titan Dick.
I need clarification about teams not in this tournament. So go ahead.
Tell me more about this laser piss. Anyways.
All right. So in the North, AFC North, we have the top. For once, the Bengals are on top of the division, but the Bengal is the number one seed. A Bengal Tiger versus now. At first, I thought this would be the color brown. However, the Browns were actually named after their team owner and head coach, Paul Brown. So this will be a matchup of a Bengal Tiger versus Paul Brown. Now, facts you got to remember: Bengals are apex predators, have sharp teeth, sharp claws. Paul Brown, pretty good football coach, guys.
Right.
So,
is he?
What do you think?
Dead? Is this a tiger versus a corpse?
Definitely dead. Okay. So let's pretend he's alive. He's reanimated somehow. He would be like 100. The
Crypt Keeper reanimated him. Okay, got it.
Right. He was born in 1908. I looked it up. So he would be like 100 and some odd years old.
Right.
Several odd years old. Well past 100 years old.
All right, I'll go.
What do you think?
I don't think his age matters too much. There's no age he's going to beat a Bengal Tiger. So I don't know much about Paul Brown. But unless he is a tiger, then I don't think he stands much chance. So I'm taking Bengal.
One factoid: he was the first tiger to coach a football team. I let that out. Roar! Is that a 3-4? I don't know what you want me to do on here.
Second factoid: he had laser piss. Paul Brown.
Yeah, I have half a mind to just make Paul Brown win the tournament.
Yeah, I mean, look. What can Brown do for you? Lose to a fucking tiger. Yeah, I'm going tiger here as well.
Okay. All right. Our second seed, a Steeler. So this is a steel worker. Guy works in a foundry, has a hammer and a hard hat, and probably is tough. Versus a Raven.
You had a Raven seated above Paul Brown.
Yeah. Well, when I originally did this, I thought it was the color brown, and then I'm like, that can't be why they named the team after that. So I didn't read it. Okay. That's my fault.
Okay.
I'm not too worried about either one winning the division. I gotta be honest.
Yeah. I think I am gonna do Ravens. Even what do they have? They have like kind of sharp claws and maybe a beak.
I mean, they're small. They're like crows, kind of. They're small birds. Right. Yeah, they've got a beak. I mean, they can fly. And
I mean, the Ravens got one shot, right? It's got to dive in and get the Steelers' eyeball like right away, right? If it can do that, then it can win. But all the Steeler has to do is like grab a big steel beam and swat it out of the air. Which actually,
what Steeler is using a steel beam as a baseball bat?
Yeah, maybe.
I didn't say Paul Bunyan. I said a steel worker.
Yeah, I guess if their only weapon is a steel beam, it's going to be hard for them to wield it. So I think I am. Do I want to go Raven? No, I'll go Steeler.
This isn't steel like the Shaquille O'Neal movie.
I think even if Raven takes Steeler's eye, it's still not going to end. I mean, he's still going to be able to. Right. He could see a giant beam with one eye and pick it up and swing it. So.
Definitely good.
Unfortunately for the Raven, it's nevermore. Yeah. He's done.
Nice. All right. Bengal versus Steeler. What do you got?
How big is a Bengal? What is a Bengal tiger versus a standard tiger?
It's a fucking tiger.
Is a Bengal tiger the biggest tiger? There's like a couple different sizes of tigers. right? Like,
You
and I know
guys,
this because they have
we're
like
gonna
3
have to
different
do that.
tigers at the SF Zoo, and they're one of them's
Okay.
giant.
All right, someone tell me about the Bengal tiger.
Hold on, you guys figure out
So
the
that I
steel
can
work.
pick
Or
it
I'll
no
look
matter
up the
what.
Bengal tiger.
Bengal tiger weight.
Size.
Gonna 490 pounds for the male,
Yeah.
310 for the female.
They're about
So,
8 to 10 feet long.
I think that
All
is
right.
the big one.
Okay, look up
No.
now steel beam weight.
Average steel
Steel
beam weight.
beam weight.
Uh,
50
For
pounds.
example, a beam.
50 pounds per lineal foot.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
the typical 40-foot beam will weigh 2,000 pounds.
40-foot beam.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's gonna have some reach advantage in this guy.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Tiger can't even get near him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Again, hold on. Let's back up. We're not talking about a sentient steel beam, and a steeler can't lift an A beam on his own.
Maybe your stealer.
That's
can't.
not what they do in the foundry. Maybe your pussy ass can't do it.
Yeah, I gotta go the tiger here. Tiger's
yeah,
pretty
tiger.
badass,
Just
yeah.
put the tiger through.
Yeah.
Fellas, that was an awful lot of hemming and hawing to get to a rather obvious conclusion. I gotta be honest. All right. The South.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, again, reminder: this is where we have 3 teams. So the Titan has been removed. His laser dick has been chopped off.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So top seed Jaguar automatically moves to the next round.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
The 2 seed, a Texan.
Mm-hmm.
So an average citizen in Texas.
Yeah.
Sure.
Versus a colt, a baby horse.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. Does the Texan have spurs, and does the colt have horseshoes yet?
The colt actually has a steel beam. No.
I'm picturing a real foot battle here, like a lot of kicking.
Yeah, let's say the colt is shod, yes, and let's say the Texan, sure, boots, spurs.
Mm-hmm. All Texans wear
buckle.
spurs. This is known.
Right.
Correct.
Yeah.
All right. I know. So we know one thing about people in Texas. They own guns.
Yeah.
Yep.
They got all the guns
Sure
down
do.
there.
All of them.
And a Texan is not coming without packing a gun, even if it's not legal or wanted in this fight.
He's not
Texan
coming without it?
No, he's not.
Definitely not.
Right.
No. Needs it to come. All right. Duly noted.
And so I'm going to take Texan to win with a gun.
Yeah, same.
Deep in the heart of Texas.
Same.
All right. So you know what that means. That same Texan now has to square off with a Jaguar.
Mm-hmm.
Are Jaguars smaller than...
This guy is fucking junky.
Jaguar weight. Yes, they're 120 to 200 pounds for the Jaguars. So they are...
That's smaller than probably an average Texan.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Far fewer guns than the average Texan, too.
Right.
This one might be harder to shoot the Jaguar, because I assume he's pretty quick.
Yeah.
And they have, they're predators. They have like sharp teeth and claws and stuff.
Yeah.
But most of To Catch a Predator was filmed in Texas.
So. Texans are just child predators.
Now, if this was a cheetah, they'd be much faster because they'd all be driving Lambos. But given that it's
we do know this.
All right, Chad, you go first this time.
Yeah. Man, I do not.
It's a tough one.
Yeah, it is tough because Texans have guns, but they're also like slow and dumb. So I would maybe give the edge to the Jaguar.
I could see a Texan having hunted a Jaguar for 8 years.
That is
I could see
true.
them. They're the kind that would like go on a hunting trip to
Yeah,
Africa and poach.
That is true. That is true. Yeah. No, I'm just kidding, Texas. I love you, really. I do. So I'm.
odd detour, but okay.
I'm gonna go with the Jaguar. I think if the Texas isn't quick enough on the draw, if the Texan isn't quick enough on the draw, the Jaguar is gonna get in there and it's all over.
I was gonna say Jaguar until Geiger said that they probably hunted them before. So begrudgingly, I'm going to.
Yeah, but those Jaguars don't know that they're in a fight. You know what I mean? They're like minding their own business. This Jaguar is primed, ready to go.
The Texan also doesn't know he's in a fight, but he's still shooting everybody.
The Jaguar is just mining his own Ethereum. I am probably gonna say Texan. Just a guy like a man with a weapon is almost always going to be able to defeat an animal. I think in many situations, except me, I will get killed. All right. In the West, we have the number 1 seed, the Raiders. So the Raiders in this context are kind of like swashbuckling pirate types. Okay. Against number 4, the Chargers. The Chargers, I looked it up. They named it after they liked the thing where the people go charge and the soldiers run across the field before a football game. They did it at like the old USC stadium, apparently. So it is a pirate versus a bunch of like a couple dudes that yell charge and run across a football field.
I thought you were gonna say against like soldiers or something. I'm like, why are they?
Sure, we'll call them soldiers. That'll make it easy. So let's say three soldiers
These
charging.
are a couple dudes.
Wait, why is it multiple soldiers and pirates now? Shouldn't it just be one pirate?
Why would you yell charge? Okay, fine. One pirate versus one
guy
who
yelling
yells charge and runs forward. Let's say he's a soldier.
We all know pirates famously like to be the one on the attack, right? Mm-hmm. They don't like when someone else is the aggressor. So
famous trait of pirates.
If somebody yells charge at the pirate, he's gonna be thrown off. Yeah.
Oh, you think he'll be thrown off his game? I thought he'd be pissed off.
No. He's gonna say he's gonna flinch just enough to say, hey, what's going on here?
Yeah.
That's enough for the Charger to win it. So Charger.
That is the classic move. You see it across cinema. Every time there's pirates depicted, it's always when they lose, it's because somebody yelled charge before they went forward.
Correct.
When they lose, it's because someone yelled charge and took off running into the ocean where the pirates were.
That's right.
They're on a boat.
But but in this case,
you got it.
But in this case, I will say that the reason the pirate is going to win is because they have this is a pirate that is dressed in silver and black, which I thought was the coolest NFL team colors when I was a kid. Still pretty cool, so I'm going to go Raider here. So
your determining factor who wins a fight is who has the cooler looking costume on. You got it. Liberace, great warrior. Yeah, I guess I am going to go Raider only because we know they're bloodthirsty. We know they're like kind of evil. They have no compunction about killing someone. They have swords. They might even have a musket. So I am going to go Raider. Okay. Chief versus Bronco.
Chief?
A single chief. Well, yeah, it's not multiple chiefs versus multiple Broncos. Right. It is a wild horse against the leader of a Native American tribe.
Yeah. I don't see why. I mean, like the indigenous people here in this country, like they conquered the horses when the horses were brought from Europe, right? Like it was no problem to them. I don't even think they relied on the chiefs to do it. Like just your standard could do it. Like your standard Native American could take a horse back in the day. So I think this is pretty easy. This is a pretty easy call here to go with the chief.
Yeah, I think so too. There's no reason that chief can't get it done. Plus, don't you love when people call you chief? Isn't that just make your day?
Hey there, chief. Yeah, it's a fun one.
I like it when they call me Steeler. That's a fun one. Yeah, it's pretty neat.
I actually, as a small tangent, this is one of my top pet peeves ever, is when people call me like Bud or hey chief or Bud or something, like a waiter calls you that.
Hey pal.
Or someone you're out. Yeah, pal. Yeah,
I call lots of people Bud. I think that's one of the things I do a lot. Yeah. Hey Bud.
If anyone does that, I charge at them. I yell charge.
My one I hate, even when my dad used to do it when I was little, I didn't really like it. He called me big guy. Hey big guy. Like that just makes me feel like you think I'm small and you're trying to prop me up.
Yeah.
He was.
All right. Finals. Chiefs versus big guys. No, Raiders versus Chiefs. A pirate versus, again, a Native American chieftain.
All right, I'll go first here because, like, okay, so they both come, with potential battle experience, right? They both come armed, probably with some kind of, like, bladed weapon, maybe a projectile weapon if you want to go, like, musket or bow and arrow or something like that. But the difference is I feel like pirates were in general maybe more slovenly, right? Or at least that's how they're depicted, like yo-ho, right? They're like drunk half the time. Whereas I feel like the Chief is going to be better prepared and like able to
Mhm.
maybe even stealth up, you know, and get the Raider before he knows what's going on. So I'm going Chief here.
I agree. I think the Chief's going to take the Raider. The Raider's always on the attack, right? And I think the Chief can outsmart him. So I'm going to say the Chief.
The Chiefs can yell charge with the best of them too. So that can
Absolutely.
All right. They're great at yelling Chief. Yep. Why'd I say that? Yep. No, confirm that. Yeah, they're great at yelling Chief. Or charge.
Great.
All right. The East. Moving on. So number one. Now, spoiler alert from me. I think number one in the East might be the overwhelming favorite to take it all. But you guys tell me if I might have just skewed it by just telling you that. But
yeah,
we're talking about a jumbo jet.
right.
It's gonna be hard to beat. It's also not sentient, but we'll figure that out. Versus number
Big
4,
hurdle.
a dolphin. Kind of a weird matchup. So the jet would have to crash in the ocean,
Right.
or not crash, but land, like float in the ocean, and the dolphin would just like bop its nose
Is
into
this
it.
a fighter jet or just a passenger jet?
I do believe the jet's kind of logo and thing. It's because of the airport, so I think it is more jumbo jets, not like an airliner, not a
Wow.
stealth bomber or something.
That's odd. I mean, Titan. You removed Titan from this competition.
I didn't
but
want to
you
make
left
too many
jet.
holes. At least we know what a jet is. That was my.
The problem with this matchup is there's no path to where a dolphin
Yeah.
does any damage to the jet.
It sounds like the dolphin's fucking problem, huh?
Right. There's no plan of attack for the dolphin. So it's going to be the jet.
You're 100% wrong. This is an easy win for the dolphin for multiple reasons.
What? No,
One,
I gotta hear this.
The jet is not sentient, has no idea what it's doing. Okay. 2, all the dolphin has to do is just swim down, right? Like submerge itself, and then the jet
hide.
The jet crashes into the water because nobody's fucking piloting it. It breaks apart. The jet is done. Like the dolphin doesn't even have to attack it. The jet will destroy itself.
So the jet is just a falling.
Yes,
the jet is just like got no pilot and just falls into the water.
How did it get into the?
The name of their team. Well, the name of their team is not Jet with Pilot. It's just Jet.
JETSWITHB.
Look, even if the jet crashes into the ocean near the dolphin, it will kill the dolphin.
No, not if it just goes
no
deep
shot.
or just swims away or whatever. Like,
just swims away from a jet crash.
Yeah, I'm going dolphin here.
Oh boy! Wow.
All right, Gagger.
No, jet.
Jet.
A jet. It weighs several tons.
I might be able to be talked out of jet later,
Right.
but we'll see.
Jet's funnier for now. All right. Number 2, a patriot, a person who loves their country. Versus, now, I had to figure this out. So, Buffalo Bills, right? Buffalo is their iconography, but the Buffalo it's because of the city. The actual reason they were named the Buffalo Bills is after Buffalo Bill, the dude who, like, set up the Pony Express and had, like, a traveling, like, frontier show and stuff like that. So, this is Buffalo Bill himself against someone who greatly loves their country.
The Patriot's not like a Paul Revere kind of thing or something like that.
It is in their logo. We can say it's a Paul Revere thing if that helps.
It's Paul Revere.
Paul Revere versus
Paul Revere.
Buffalo Bill. Classic battle of history here.
Buffalo Bill. So Buffalo Bill is just going to put Paul Revere down a well and then spray it with a hose.
Right.
Or it, you know.
I didn't understand what you meant. Let's hear his voice, Chad.
It loses to the jet or it gets the hose again. That's my Buffalo Bill.
The Patriot would go to attack him. He'd go, "Do you really want to hurt me?" Start singing it.
Yeah, Buffalo Bill is... So I actually don't know anything about the actual Buffalo Bill. The only Buffalo Bill I know of is from Silence of the Lambs. So that's the Buffalo Bill I'm going to go with. And Buffalo Bill is a killer. So I'm going to go with Buffalo Bill.
All right. Do you think they named their team after a fictional serial killer? From a movie came out after they were
They
created.
wanted to wear the skin suit of all their opponents.
That's why they employed OJ.
Right.
No?
Yeah, Buffalo Bill is going to wear Tom Brady's skin suit.
The old T Brady skin suit.
All right.
Yeah, I'm going 2 Bills.
All right. Two Bills. All right. Speaking of a matchup between 2 Bills and something that weighs much more than 2 Bills, a Jet. Jet versus Buffalo Bill.
I'll let you guys decide because I am
Ooh.
still not voting Jet. It's just immediately crashing. Or, fine, it's not in the air to start with. It's on the ground. It's never taking off. Like, all Skin Suit has to do is come up and just, like, start unscrewing the screws on the wing or whatever.
I guess that is a point for Chad. First,
he's slowly taking the plane apart.
Well,
just
to Chad's point, to Chad's point, the Jet is like not attacking; it's just existing. Also,
How do you
Buffalo
win,
Bill's
then?
name is not Skin
How
Suit.
can you
by the
beat
way.
it?
I get. Yeah, I mean, destroy it.
Yeah.
Blow it up. Shoot a rocket launcher at it.
Whew.
Unscrew it piece by
I don't
piece
see
and
how the
carefully
Jet.
put it away.
You said the Jet is the favorite. I would vote
Well, because it's
everything else in this tournament over Jet.
everything.
Else. There's
Everything else.
even
A
the
Cardinal's
color
gonna beat a Jet.
brown. I would vote.
You know
over
how many
the Jet.
Jets are defeated? How many Cardinals and birds are defeated by Jets every day when they fly into the engine and get killed?
Let's say the Jet can't. You can't have it both ways because if the Jet is sitting there on the ground,
Yeah.
it will still beat Dolphin because
Right.
Dolphin can't get to the Jet to take it apart, and Dolphin will die, and Jet will never.
Dolphin
die.
has no opposable thumbs.
Right. Fine. I don't know. Jet's gonna be too confusing to go on.
All right.
And we get to hear Chad do the Buffalo Bill voice, so let's pick Buffalo.
Okay. Matchup of Buffalo Bill versus a Chief.
It disassembles the Jet piece by piece over the course of probably a year and a half.
and then the Jet's like hard flying me. All right. Chief versus Bill.
Goes on the internet to look up jet construction.
What's the matchup? Chief versus
Chief versus Bill.
Chief versus Buffalo Bill.
Now this actually, I mean, Buffalo Bill was a frontiersman. This matchup might have occurred at some point. I don't know if he ever
Classic matchup.
Yeah, sparred with a Native American.
Yeah, I think this is where our old friend Skin Suit finally goes down. I think the Chief is just going to be too well prepared for the matchup. I'll go Chief.
Again, this was not named for the guy from Silence of the Lambs, who is not named Skin Suit.
Now let's put Chief to the finals.
All right. So, all right, the AFC. Oh no, we have to go back up top. So that's one half of the bracket in the AFC. Bengal versus Texan. Did we go over that?
No. Did we?
No, we didn't. We talked about Jaguar versus Texan. It's the same type of matchup.
It is the same matchup, but the Bengal Tiger.
Bengals are bigger.
Bengal Tiger is like 2 times bigger, way tougher.
God, he's so big.
The Apex Predator. Yeah, so I'm gonna go Bengal over Texan.
And that cat is
yeah,
so
I
fucking
think
big.
the Texans just got like a conceal carry type of gun, not some big old like jungle hunting deal. So he's gonna get a shot off into Bengal's shoulder, but Bengal's just gonna keep charging and take him down.
I love how we add 100 pounds to the cat. It's like, this Texan has no shot. All right. That brings us for AFC Championship here. Bengal versus Chief.
I think Chief had a good run.
Chief had a great run.
But I think it's gonna meet his match here.
Okay.
If the guy with the gun, if I couldn't have a guy with a gun taking down the tiger, I can't have Chief doing it. So Tiger.
Yeah, right. If a fat guy who wants to succeed can't beat a tiger, then certainly
then no one
can.
Real pro Texas episode we have here. That fat fuck with a gun that doesn't want to be here. All right. Let's go back over to the NFC as a reminder. All right, well, reminder. We'll get to the matchups. So, North versus South. It is a bear versus a panther. I'd actually pay good money to watch that.
Yeah.
It's probably a Nat Geo special right there.
All right. Panther weight is
Panther E.
So
Panthers
right around the same as like a Jaguar. Like, although actually,
I guarantee a bear is way bigger.
Florida Panthers are only like 100 pounds. So actually, many Panthers are much less. So
it's a Carolina Panther, remember?
yeah.
Okay, so I know this answer because I was a big fan of the Jungle Book when I was a kid. Two main characters there, Panther and Bear, and Bear wins.
Hold on, their names
It's
in
already
that
been
book were
played out.
Panther and Bear?
Panther and Bear. That's right.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be hard pressed to think of, and maybe this is pulling my hand to the actual finals, but I'd be hard pressed to think of any animal that's going to beat a bear. So for him,
I mean, I think there's some other factors at play here. You guys are just desperate to win anything, aren't you? All right.
We will win.
Surprise alert! Packer takes Bear. No, okay. West and East, the Ram versus that classic, an entire football team.
Ooh,
I think you guys
the
forgot.
Washington professional football team.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct. And because it is one unit, we're considering it one unit of fighting. This is one where they get more than one person.
they're just wearing pads and stuff.
So
right?
guys in their regular football uniforms, they can wear the helmets and pads. Hey, look, a Ram is going to fuck up a bunch of them.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it's 53 of the best athletes on earth, plus, 50 plus a punter.
Can we at least just limit it to just the starting offense or something like that? Like, is it really the full team?
The entire football. They didn't name it the Washington starting offense, did they?
Okay. I need one fact before we move on.
How much does the Washington football team weigh?
Weight of Ram.
Oh. Collective weight of Washington football
Ram
team.
weight. I'm just getting fucking Ram trucks. Jesus Christ.
Doge Rams.
Ran animal. I'm just getting Doge Ram weight. All right.
Oh man, they weigh 5,000 pounds. What the
fuck? Adults can range anywhere from 100 to 350 pounds.
Okay, that's the weight of like Duran Payne from the Washington football team.
All right, football team.
Yeah. You're talking me into what football team. All right.
Yeah.
So
I can't wait till the bear takes them down.
Just like we all thought, we would be talking about a bear attacking an entire football team. What do you think?
I mean,
this is everyone predicted.
Brown bears can weigh up to 1,300 pounds.
Why are you guys so obsessed with their fucking weight? It's got teeth and claws, and you're like, well, it's a little chubby.
And like, I mean, I seen like bear fights depicted, like in the Revenant, right? Like that guy had no shot. I think the bear is actually going to dominate the entire 53. I don't see any way that these people with no weapons whatsoever are going to be able to take down a bear. It's just going to keep swatting them away.
You don't think, like, if they just didn't care about their health and all of them just swarmed the bear, just like grabbed its neck and jumped on top of it, and
like a third of them are dead already from the ram in the last fight, right? So we're down to like
not
30
a carryover fight. No, they get regenerated. Next year, they have a huge draft class come in, and next year's team.
I honestly don't see what they could do to the bear. They're just gonna like pinch it to death,
surround
or
it,
something,
and like take it, like lay on it and take it down and like nail
lay
it
on
and
it.
stuff.
You just gonna sleep
like
on
grab
a bear?
it, lay on it's the wrong way to put it. That would make them a bad football team, to be honest.
Just like lying on the bear. Draw me like one of your French girls.
No, but like grabbing it around its legs and neck, and like all of them doing it at once. You don't think they could take a bear, hold
50 guys all grabbing the bear's neck?
I don't think 53 football players are smart enough to coordinate an attack like that.
They're not the makers.
They got a coach.
Hey, Giuseppe, was someone call a football coach? No, it's Coach Gash. What do you think? Okay, so you're saying bear, Chad.
Bear.
I take it.
I'm saying bear.
Novak?
I'm racking my brain for a way the bear can win this. It doesn't seem. Look, I get it. Like, I can picture the bear. I can picture the football team coming one at a time, and the bear just like swiping left, and then a guy goes flying.
Yeah.
And he swipes, and then he swipes right, and he decides to fuck that guy. And so, did I get that backwards?
It's on Tinder. Yeah,
it's like in was it like Game of Thrones or whatever, where like they're attacking Winterfell, and there's that giant, and like 40 of like Ramsay's guys come running at him, and he just like swats them all at once, right? Like,
okay,
it's the same thing.
We have definitely made this bear much bigger than it ever. The bear is now Yum Yum the Giant.
All right.
1-1.
Fine, bear.
Okay, all right. This is terrible.
1-1
So-
the bear.
You didn't know that, but 1-1 is actually got a football connection as well. George R.R. Martin is a big Giants fan, and he named him after Phil Simms, who wore number 11. 1-1.
That famous football score of 1-1.
They each got one extra point somehow.
Wow.
And that's why that one captain of the Knights Guard was named Lawrence Taylor.
And so, because of George R. R. Martin, bear wins. All right, it's obvious.
It is I, Sir Eli of Manning. All right. It's terrible. I could just name Giant players all night. Okay, so that brings us to that classic battle of nature. Bengal versus bear. Tigers versus bears. Tigers, bears, lions. No lions, but yeah.
Well, we've come all this way.
Yeah.
We didn't bring bear this far to lose. Okay.
This is such bullshit.
Did you really want the finals to be Bears versus Jets, Geiger? Come on.
Yeah. No, I didn't want the Bears anyway.
No, you want a football team versus Jet.
Yeah. All right. Let's 53 guys looking up on Google how to just.
All right. Hand out the 53 screwdrivers and let's get to work.
Now, I will say in round 1, you had a bear beating a lion.
Yes.
So
yeah, I was going to bring that
consistent.
up because think about like who would win in a lion versus a Bengal tiger?
A Bengal.
Okay,
I do think that because lions are more scavengers, right? Like we've found they aren't actually.
This would be a heck of a battle.
An amazing battle. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But what if it's a koala bear? We didn't go over that. Just throwing eucalyptus at them.
Koala bear is not actually a bear.
But as we established last time, the bear has the nuclear codes.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Why did he have them?
It's lost in the mist of time. / 3 episodes ago.
It's lost in the mist of 2 episodes ago.
Bear. It's bear.
Yeah,
Just
it's
bear.
All right.
Bear. Bear's gonna win. It'll be an excellent fight. Maybe the best matchup of the whole tournament.
All right. Well, tune into our next tournament when the Cubs will win, and right after that, followed by the Blackhawks and Bulls.
A baby bear.
All right, congratulations to the Chicago Bears. They are the dominant apex predator of the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
We gladly celebrate their victory, and there you know. Now you know the definitive way it would all go down.
Wow.
Hang on. Give me a sec.
Oh, okay.
Give me 1 sec here.
You're not going to play bear down, are you? Oh, God, you're going to play bear down.
I wish the listeners
Disassemble the Jets.
I wish the listeners could see the absolute shit-eating grin you had on your face when you were playing that.
Yeah, we all knew it was coming. All right. The only animal that potentially could beat a bear is a horehound, and so we're gonna next eat this horehound candy. So horehound old-fashioned candy. Underneath on the bottom of the package says made with natural horehound herb tea, brewed and steeped in copper kettles to enhance the horehound flavor. And I was reading up about it, and they described it as a mix of root beer and menthol. That was the description of it.
I taste the root beer like pretty quick on it. Where did you find these?
Just at the grocery store near here has a lot of different candy. But I had never heard of this, I guess.
Mm-mm.
It was once used, it used to be used as a cough drop.
So the actual company is named Clay's, right? And then the Horehound is the flavor, right?
Right.
Wait, this candy used to be used as a cough drop,
Right.
or Horehound flavored things?
It said this candy.
Hmm.
It's a real unfortunate name it's got.
Well, they are gluten-free.
Thank God.
It mentions the copper kettle multiple times on the back again, too. So I'm not sure what it is about the old copper kettle. And there's also a picture of a little guy on front mixing something in said copper kettle.
They list their other flavors: natural horehound herb, natural lemon, natural peppermint, natural anise, sassafras, green apple, wild cherry, root beer, cinnamon, watermelon, licorice, natural raspberry.
Isn't sassafras root beer?
I don't know. Most of those sound nasty.
Yeah. Natural raspberry might be good.
Okay, I'll go first. They're not as bad as I thought they're going to be. The smell reminded me of like a licorice smell, and I didn't like that. But the candy itself doesn't have a very strong taste to it. It's kind of just middle of the road. It's not off-putting in any way, and if I had to pick, I'd say it tilts very fractionally on the side of tasting fine, tasting decent. But it's just there's not much to it. It's just kind of sucking out a innocuous hard candy. So I'm going to give this is a very much the definition of an indifferent to dat for me. Very middle of the road. So indifferent to dat to start. Geiger.
Yeah, as always, Novak, you said what needed to be said. This has barely any flavor. It like exists in your mouth. It's if you
It exists like a jumbo jet just exists on the runway.
my saliva is gradually disassembling it.
You should write for their ad department. It exists in your mouth.
Horehound, it exists. It's a thing in the world. It tastes fine. I actually think the taste is pleasant. It's just not that prominent. Like it's just kind of there, and you just kind of suck on it, and then it's gone. I guess I just described a hard candy, but and then you poop it out. It's fine. It tastes okay. I mean, I guess it's just indifferent. It's just that it's fat free, so you could pound a ton of these. You could just house a whole bag, I guess. But
It'll take you 2 weeks.
no, you could suck on 14 at once as long as you don't have to do anything at the time. No, it's fine. It's like you said. I think this is if you look up indifferent in the dictionary, a picture of the Horehound old fashioned hard candy would be right there.
Wow, really?
Yeah,
I've never done that before.
Yeah, it's a new thing they're doing.
Doing this podcast for 4 years and never looked up what is the candy that the dictionary thinks is indifferent.
All right, somebody just type in Horehound, just like this, and do
Image
you get
search?
porn or not?
Oh, let me find out.
Horehound.
Well, you have
Hold
to
on,
spell it like they do, though.
Right.
I'm gonna type Horehound weight. No, actually, so the first image is of the plant.
Okay.
It's a bunch of pictures of the plant.
I'll put a W at the beginning.
Yeah, no.
W plant?
W plant, yes. Type in W plant.
Actually, no. It just says someone who often has sex with prostitutes. It's a
No,
definition, but it's not.
So now I get pictures of some kind of like monstrous creature.
What?
What?
Like a behemoth style creature.
Oh yeah,
The Horehound.
it's like a dog with a big belly or something.
Yeah, but that's like the image search.
Mm-hmm.
Well, anyway,
that was cool.
now I type Horehound weight.
Yes.
Let's see what it says.
W plant weight.
Now just type whore and see what comes back.
Wait, album by Horehound. There's 2
Seriously?
songs. Yeah.
Play it.
Oh.
Let's get this podcast flagged for copyright.
Okay, hang on. I found a song by them.
I knew that was happening. As soon as you picked it up, I knew that was happening. There's no way he found it that fast.
All right, Chad, you're up. What do you think?
Oh, am I up? Sorry.
Rate the snack.
Yeah. So I do taste a little bit of root beer, and I'm a guy that really likes root beer a lot, and I like root beer flavored candies. Like that's my favorite flavor of like Dum Dum Lollipop, for example, is the root beer. But the root beer flavor is so weak here, right? There's kind of like 2 conflicting flavors. There's a root beer and then something else, which I guess is the herbal tea or something. And that half of it I don't like. And so when you're sucking on it, it kind of goes back and forth between those 2 flavors. And neither of them's really strong enough to like elicit a reaction, but like it's like you guys said, it ends up just kind of balancing out to be this kind of like blah thing where I'm like, I wish they had just like leaned into one of these flavors just to produce some kind of reaction from me, right? So like maybe their root beer flavor I would like a little bit more. Also, just this delivery vehicle, this hard candy thing where I'm just like have something in my mouth for a long period of time. I can't just shovel it in like a fucking glutton is bad for me. But I'm going to stick with you guys with an indifferent to that. I don't think it's offensive enough to drop it down below that.
All right. It's a full agreement episode. Haven't had one in a while. I will give this kind of company credit. I think this hard candy is like of a bit higher quality sometimes than when you get hard candies and the outside's like sticky in an unnatural way. I do think they're kind of decent quality, but a lazy electioneer for the Horehound candies. Geiger, where can the listeners contact us? Let us know. Well, what are they going to let us know this time?
Well, if you are the Crypt Keeper, you can let us know how Dogecoin works. Dogecoin? Dogecoin. Fuck it. I don't even know how to say it. If you are a jet engineer, you can tell us how to truly defeat a jet, or consequently, maybe we fucked up. Tell me how a jet would win. Maybe jets are sentient. We just don't know it. We're just pretending there's pilots up there. If you're a bear, congrats. Bask in your victory. Do the moonwalk, whatever you want to do to celebrate. And congrats to you. If you're a whorehound, also congrats to you. We're sorry we looked up your weight. That's a little rude. But we're glad that you also exist in the world. You are a thing that exists. If you would like to share snacks with us, ask a question, don't share snacks with us. Eat your own snacks. We'll get our own. Just suggest a snack. We'll do that.
Definitely share snacks with us.
You want us to share snacks? Send us a half-open bag of beef jerky, please. I'm hungry.
Send us a half-sucked-on Horehound.
Easy now.
We'll finish it off for you. Interpret that however you want. I don't give a shit anymore. Whatever.
You can get a hold of us at youtryeddat@gmail.com. We are on Twitter, #YouTriedThat. We are on Facebook with the You Tried That group. We are on YouTube and Instagram. We would love it if you shared our podcast with your friends, if you liked it, your friends, family, close confidants, co-workers, masseuses, whatever, of the people in your life. And leave us a rating, give us some stars, interact with us, engage with us. And as always, thanks for listening.
All right. Before we go, Geiger, what was your most rare and valuable penny?
Boy, there were so many. I had a 1951 from the Denver Mint. That's the only thing I remember.
Is that how people who collect coins talk?
I'm a numismatist, my friend. There was some that had like a D stamped on it, but the letter D, not like a penis.
Right.
And then there's
that's a super rare penny.
Some of the pennies really had the D.
I drew a dick on one, so that was a good
one. When they were carving it, they just they had Abraham Lincoln's portrait, and the person was just like looking too low while he was carving the inscription on the penny.
Just carved just wiener in there.
Abe's like, my eyes are up here.
But yeah, then some had like S. I think it was different mints. Like I just, for some reason, I always remember the D one because it was the Denver Mint. But yeah, we'd even get to the point where you hammer it in, and then like you'd find a cruddy one. You're like, no, let's wait to see if we get a shinier one. I'm like, I don't give a shit. Hammer it in the fucking book. But
a big coin collecting fan.
Oh, it's so mind-numbing. I did not care. at all. And I don't. If my mother's listening, first of all, I apologize for a lot of other things, but I apologize for insulting the gift. But holy fuck, like 3 giant jars of pennies every holiday. Like, I didn't want it. You're making me have a hobby I don't want. And it was all 3 of us, so we just dump all the pennies in a big circle, just sift through fucking 3,000 pennies. Oh, who needs 1971? Nobody? Oh, cool. Kill me, please.
You didn't have shit else to do. What are you kidding?
How about what was your best card, Novak? Do you have a baseball card that you thought would be
the one with the guy's D on it?
You had the Ron Jeremy 1961 rookie card.
There actually was a very famous Billy Ripken card that on the knob of the bat, like he was holding his bat on his shoulder, and on the bottom of the bat, like under where his hands were, he had written "fuckface" on the bat, and they printed it with "fuckface" on there, like before they caught the mistake. And so like a bunch of them went out, and it was like rare-ish. but I remember having one of those. And when
Wow.
you're like a little kid,
Oh yeah.
you're like, everyone, hey, look at my fuckface card.
I
Gather
just-
around, fellow whorehounds. Let's all take a look.
I just read somewhere that Targets in Wisconsin are no longer going to sell Pokemon cards for a time being because there's such a Pokemon craze right now. Like the cards are through the roof that
Yeah.
people are getting, like someone got in a fist fight in the store and then they attacked this guy as he came out of the store and tried to steal his cards and he pulled a gun on him. It was getting,
What?
it might have been
I
a
mean,
Texan. I don't know. But
What you gotta get that Pikachu D, right? So like
everyone wanted the Pikachu D where he's just holding his massive lightning shaped schlong.
you flip it over, it's got the Pikachu S on the back.
Wait a minute. What? Pika Pika. Yeah.
Before we go, I found one of the songs of Horehound here. I want to play it real quick for you guys.
Can't wait to hear it.
Yeah. Let me hear it.
Okay, that's Tales from the Crypt theme
Right,
by the
for
band
those who don't
Horehound.
know.
I
Right.
figured. I put it together. I didn't know it. I was actually just bracing for Bear Down again.
Right. It was better. All right. Well, that'll do it for this time, but we'll be back next time. We're trying out 3 brand new skills.
Just-
Yep.
We can help you get morgue for your money. Whether it's mutual fiends you want or cold, horrid cash, we can guarantee you'll coroner the market.